You guys are godlike creators. The universe wants you to know that. I know that. I know you are a godlike creator. The universe also knows that. Why does it know that? Because it's showing you. The algorithm is a reflection of the universe. As above, so below, as above. The algorithm is interacting with the spiritual plane. Spiritual plane is where you're pulling from. And it wants you to know that you are a godlike creator. How are you a godlike creator? Throughout all of time lies 7 principles, 7 ancient principles. And they come from ancient Egypt. They predate every religion, all religion. There's no religion older than this. This is older than anything out there. This book is called the Kybalion. The Kybalion wasn't written in that time. It's just a deciphering of this man's teaching. Hermes is from ancient Egypt, and he's been created into a god in many different religions, and even in Greek mythology, as in Hermes, the god of wisdom. Why was he the god of wisdom? Because he created 7 principles. In order to become God, you only need to know the first 2. Let's only worry about the first 2. I'm putting it on easy mode for you guys. And the thing here, guys, you cannot teach this stuff. There's no coaches out there that can teach you this. If they say they're going to teach you this, they're liars. You can only learn these things when you're ready. The student will hear when he's ready. When the student opens his ears, the lips will preach. You cannot preach to closed ears. That is the first and utmost truth in all of nature. These principles are not for everyone. If they were for everyone, then everyone would be able to become godlike. When I say godlike, the secret is in accessing the first principle, the principle of the all consciousness, or the all mind. In the Kybalion, it's called the all mind. In the Emerald Tablet, it is called the collective consciousness. The all mind is the principle that everything is a reflection of the mind. There is no physical reality. It's all a mental reflection. And this automatically ties into the second principle, as above, so below, as above. The law of correspondence. This means that throughout the 3 planes of existence, because we exist in 3 planes, there's the spirit, or the all consciousness, or the all mind, the collective consciousness, which we also call the spirit. Then there's the mind, and then there's the physical. If you can affect the mind, it becomes a creation tool. Access to creation, which is the all mind, the all consciousness, the collective consciousness, the spirit. The mind is our access to that. When I say mind, I do not mean our intellectual mind, because our intellectual mind is easily affected by our words and by our behavior. What I mean is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is harder to change. The subconscious mind is what makes us depressed, what makes us happy, what makes us motivated, what makes us have drive, what makes us have lack of enthusiasm. The subconscious is the thing that makes people question themselves. Like, why do I feel a certain way? And you don't know why you feel depressed. You don't know why you're unhappy. It's because of your subconscious. You've created a subconscious that is manifesting negative emotions. You need to begin to change your subconscious. And that's why in my channel, I preach robotic affirmation. Robotic affirmation is the number 1 way to affect the subconscious. We want to affect these 2 laws. We want to affect the law of correspondence. How do we do that? We need to change one of these planes of existence, or the most easily changed and most easily affected is the mind. That's our creation tool. We cannot directly affect the spirit. We don't have access to the spirit at that level. We have access to the mind at that level. The physical is just what we experience. The physical isn't real. The physical always lags behind the mind. And we always are in the mind desiring something in the future, but the physical is always lacking. It's always behind. Because you will always want more. You will always be a creation being. We are born to create. We will never not create. The mind will always desire. The mind will always continue driving forward. So how do we affect the mind? I like using robotic affirmation because it directly affects the subconscious. You want to ask yourself questions that change your reality. Furthermore, you can use meditation. When you use meditation, you want to clear your mind. It'll be short the first few times you try. When I say clear your mind, you sit comfortably. You think absolutely nothing. Push out all thought. When you do this, you'll last for a couple seconds. Then you try again. You'll last a couple more seconds. Then try again. You'll last 10 seconds. Then 20. Then 30. You can practice until you last 10 minutes of meditation. And then try to go for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. The higher the number, the harder it is. There's yogis who practice for years and only manage to meditate for 20, 30 minutes at a time. So if you get good at this, you become one of the best at accessing your subconscious. When you meditate, you easily access your subconscious. You clear your mind. Once you clear your mind and meditate, you can insert like a thumb drive, new subconscious ideas. That's the second way to clear your mind and access the subconscious. The third way, and the second most effective or easily accessible way, is using stats, the state that is akin to sleep. The state that is akin to sleep happens after meditation, happens after all these things. But when I say stats, I mean the state right before sleep. I mean literally 15 minutes before you go to bed. I want you to sit down and robotically affirm your questions. Why am I so... Why is my YouTube channel affecting so much people and having such a positive impact? Why is my YouTube channel affecting so much people and having a positive impact? You want to ask yourself questions that imply an answer to your subconscious. Once your subconscious implies that answer, it's imprinted with that knowledge. Now, if you can infect your subconscious with this new trait, this new thought, your subconscious will follow the law of correspondence, which is as above, so below, as above. Below being the mind, the subconscious. Once you affect or inject that thought into the subconscious and you clear out any other negative thought and you only have this positive thought and you're fully equipped with this positive thought, the spirit plane will give you access to creation. Once you have access to creation, I said the physical lags behind. The physical is not real. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the physical shows. If my channel doesn't have 100,000 subscribers, I don't care. If I'm not getting 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 5,000 views, 100,000 views, I don't care. Because the physical does not matter. The only thing that matters is your mind and the spiritual. The physical will always follow. That's the law. It will always correspond with the other two. You cannot first change the physical, because to change the physical, you need to change your mind. That's why we call the mind the creation tool, because we have to change our mind first to affect any of the other two. And once we change our mind, we can pull from the spirit to affect our physical. So, with these two laws from the Kybalion, the most ancient text from ancient Egypt, from Hermes, the founder of the Hermetic principles. This guy predates all religions. He's lived for 300 plus years. Everyone in all religions, all texts, all scriptures, they all reference his Hermetic principles. Astrology comes from him. Chemistry and transmutation comes from him. Alchemy comes from him. All these principles come from this one man. This one man has to have had knowledge from somewhere else, from the divine, from the creator. That's the only way he could have lived for 300 years, done all these crazy things. It does not make any other sense than the fact that he must be in tune with the creator. And when I say creator, we were created in his image. There lies a DNA. If you guys made it to this far in the video, I might as well throw this at you. In our DNA, there lies a sequence that spells out God in Hebrew, one of our most ancient language, the language all current language are derived from, Hebrew. It spells out God in our DNA. It spells out God in our DNA. And even before that, when language was first created in ancient Sumeria, there's scriptures that tell of rulers that lived and ruled for hundreds of years. Hundreds. What does that mean? That means we lost touch with some sort of divinity. There was a creator during those times. Someone did write this into our DNA. He signed us like a baseball card. He signed our DNA. He wrote his name onto us, God. God himself has written his name into our DNA. And he left us with some of his power, his access to creation, through language and through the mind, through the spirit. So we can become gods with just his first two principles that were given to Hermes. He was known to be the scribe of the gods. So he must have been in contact with some sort of divine. He has to have had knowledge from some sort of divine. You don't just come up with these principles that has been handed out through time and abided by from many different religions. This has to have come from some kind of divinity. And if it has come from some sort of divinity, it gives us access to divinity. Our job on this planet, our job in this universe is to get closer with the divine, to become the divine again. We were once gods. We're living in this game right now, this simulation, and we need to decode the clues left behind to come closer with our divinity before our time expires. That's our only job. There's many of you out there older, 40, 50, 60, watching my channels because I see the analytics. If you guys are of that age and you're only just getting older, I'm not saying that to hate on you. As you get older, you need to. It matters even more if you're younger. You want to get closer to the divine. If you can get closer to the divine, you become creators. You become fulfilled. It is the meaning of life. Divinity is the meaning of life. We always ask what the meaning of life is. There's always this question. The meaning of life is to get closer to spirit, to get closer to divinity, to solve these riddles, to solve these clues, to become divine again. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love these little talks, and I love the comments you guys have been leaving. Please, stay tuned. I'm gonna post more on robotic affirmation. I know you guys love that. That's the only videos that seem to get the most views on my channel. But I love robotic affirmations because it accesses the subconscious. And yeah, the next video probably will be on robotic affirmation. See you guys in the next one. Peace.